I don't think I ever was really sure if I wanted to serve a mission. I think it was more in high school that I decided, like, I think that's what I'm going to do. Like, back in the back of my mind, I think I always knew that that's what I wanted to do. It wasn't until I went to my first semester of college that I, like, had it in my mind, for sure, I want to serve a mission, and this is something I want to do. At that time, the mission age was still 21, and so I was like, in a couple of years, I'll serve a mission. So I actually turned 19 the same week, or the Tuesday before the general conference announcement that the age was changed to 19, and so, of course, I was crazy and, like, just deciding, like, okay, I'm gonna go, and you know, that big surge of people. And I was so excited. I set up an appointment with my bishop, and I, of course, had to make sure that that's really what I wanted to do at that time. And I really felt like at that time in my life, that was really what I was supposed to do. And so I was able to set up my appointment, and since there were so many people, I couldn't go right away, but I was able to get all my papers in, get my call by December, and leave 6 months after the announcement. So I had a pretty cool and memorable experience with just leaving on my mission. So when I first opened my call, seriously, if I go back and look at it, I think I screamed like 4 times. I was ecstatic, and I didn't know how to pronounce it. I think I said Managua or something, Managua. And I was so happy. I honestly went exactly where I wanted to go. I wanted to go somewhere like, you know, third world, like out of the U.S. I wanted to learn Spanish, and so I honestly got all the things that I wanted. I didn't know where Nicaragua was. My dad brought out the globe, and we were pointing at it and had to find out where it was. Yeah, that's sad. I didn't know where it was, but it was great. I was so excited. Probably a little after the excitement period, I got more nervous about it. Like, okay, how am I going to do, like, learning a new language and going to this country that I know nothing about? So a little bit later, I got a little nervous, but I was, you know, so excited to go there, and it was a really great experience. So I actually went to the Guatemala MTC. I think that now they send a lot of the sisters to Mexico, but at that time, Mexico wasn't open yet, so I went to Guatemala, and it was, you know, like everybody told me, we just went right into it. It's totally submerged in different culture, in the language. And so I think that was a really good thing to have before going to the mission, because then I think that gives you a head start on your language and just being surrounded by that culture. So I really liked it. I liked Guatemala MTC. I think it was a lot smaller back then. I think since then they've expanded it. It was a really good experience, just being around the other Latinos and Latinas and being able to speak with them. Actually, at like the tables that they would have us sit on, like for different meals, they would tell us, like, you have to sit by a Latina, or you have to sit in front of one so that you could practice your Spanish. And it was fun to make friends with them, even though we had that language barrier, just to kind of try to communicate what we could with them with the words that we knew. Something else about the Guatemala MTC was that the food was amazing. You know, I didn't serve in Guatemala, but they had amazing food. So that was a great thing about the MTC. We would have, I think they do that in Provo too, we would have investigators, and we'd teach our investigators, and I really learned a lot, and it was a lot of fun. I was there for 6 weeks.